Oh my god. Y'all guys want to hear a joke? It's so stupid. So, alright, look. What do you call a cow that is laying face down on the ground? Well, not face down, but just laying his body on the ground. Ground beef. I'm sorry. I am a big fan of jokes like that. I just love dry. Let's get down to the review. Anyway, Followed is a 2018 supernatural psychological horror film that is written by Todd Click and directed by Antoine Lee. A social media influencer. I'm sorry, I still got the joke in my mind. All right, let me start again. A social media influencer and his video crew encounter true evil when they visit one of the most haunted hotels in America. Now, I came across this movie in one of the streaming services that I normally use, which is Vudu. And honestly, I'm just going to go out and say it. This movie is not scary. It's not scary at all, but it is entertaining. Now, I would say, when I say when the movie is scary, when it's not scary, I would normally say it's subjective. Like, what does scare you? Because you got people that is afraid of horror CGI. You got some people that is afraid of realistic horror films, which is demonic possession and just things that can really happen to you. That's shit that I'm afraid of. But here's the thing with Followed. Followed is focused on everything, and they do it correctly. Character development, dialogue, chemistry, the aspects of you just feeling the emotional weight of the characters. So when shit starts happening, I feel the weight of the characters. And there were times where there was close to death, and I felt that shit. So they did everything right, except of what we came here to see. For us to be afraid, for us to be on the edge of our seat when it comes to the tension. And they do have tension, but it wasn't enough for me to get pulled in and for me to be convinced, honestly. Now, I will say this, though. The movie does focus on the jump scares and it focuses on the thrill. This movie is more of a thriller than an actual horror film. People like to get those confused. People actually thought that The Purge was a horror film. No, it's a fucking thriller. The story is kind of believable, even with the main character. The movie actually focuses on the main character's perspective. He's actually a YouTuber like myself, but unlike me, he likes to do deep dive of him being a daredevil when it comes to investigating a lot of horror aspects of certain environments that he should not come to when it comes to police officers witnessing crimes and stuff. So he's like a documentator, but instead of him doing documentaries, things legally, he likes to investigate certain crime scenes, certain areas that people have gotten tremendously murdered, and he does that to get the fans entertained. And I like that about his character because not only is he focused on the aspect of him getting his views up and just getting the fans what they want, and for us to be pulled in of what he's doing, but he's a fucking funny ass dude. There are times when he pulls stunts with his friends and he does things to like the crew members that is recording, and it's pretty funny. I was getting a lot of Jackass vibes watching this movie, but that's what makes the movie strong in my opinion, because while he's doing that, we begin to know more about the side characters, his friends, and the crew along with it. That's pretty fucking creative, in my opinion. What I like about the film is that when we focus on the main character, not only that it shows the stuff that he's doing for his channel, but it shows why he is doing it. So what I'm saying is that with horror movies like this, there are times where when shit gets too bad, you want to leave. And with this movie, shit got too bad where they had to leave. They had to leave where they was at when they was filming. But the main character couldn't do that. He didn't want to. So normally with movies like this, you get mad. And you be like, you know what? You don't have a weapon. You can't defend yourself. Cops don't want to believe you. So why the fuck would you want to stay in this haunted house? But his reason is actually believable. In fact, a lot of people would do this because the shit that he is going through pushed him to do what he needs to do. So all I'm going to say is this, and I don't want to spoil it. desperate times equals desperate measures. And with him, the stuff that he was going through, the stuff that happened, and the things that occurred to him later on in the film was adding more weight to make him push his channel up even harder. So even though his friends wasn't with him, his crew wasn't with him at times, he had to do things on his own. And I felt that. And it's actually, I can actually relate to this too, because when I was, I am still a YouTuber, but when I first started, I had a crew with me. I actually had people that was with me on board, but as you can see, I'm a one-man army. But that just shows you the higher your goal, the more people are going to show their true intentions of how they're going to support you. And I felt that with this main character. I love the main character in this film, honestly. I just wish that the terminology of the film, of what it represents, which is it being horror, was just as strong. The movie actually has a twist. The twist was interesting. The twist was entertaining, but it wasn't to the point where I was shocked. I was like, okay. The movie, here's the thing. The movie followed is not bad. It's not a bad film. It's not really a great film either, because look, here's the thing. I'm gonna compare this film like this. A film like Followed is like something that you order and you get the dish. It's not what you wanted, but it still tastes good. That's what Followed is. The movie is good, but it's not a great horror film. It's actually a terrible horror film in my opinion. But it's still a good film. Will I recommend you to watch it? To get scared? No. To be entertained? Yes. Check out Followed. I'm gonna have to give Followed a C-. I was thinking of giving it a D, but I couldn't do that. I enjoyed the film. I really enjoyed it. So for me to give it a C- is me not just showing mercy, but at the same time, it's in a fair perspective. That bell actually scared me. Damn, that bell was actually more scary than the movie. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for more of my upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. You guys have a damn good day.